Hello, I'm James E. Clark, President of South Carolina State University. The South Carolina State University family shares in the excitement with its sister 1890 institutions and the nation's academic communities in celebrating the historic milestone of the 130th anniversary of the Second Morrill Act. We all know the significance of this legislation, for without it, none of the 19 historically black land-grant colleges and universities would be the beacons of hope for which they are all recognized by hundreds of thousands of African Americans whose quests for a better life led them to the hallowed halls of these national treasures. For the more than 30,000 alumni who proudly earned an SC State degree, the Second Morrill Act has without question provided access to opportunities. As with most HBCUs, many students who choose SC State are first-generation college students. Some come from tree-lined neighborhoods, while others come from communities where town councils just did not have the monies to fund even a paved road. Some come from middle and working class families whose income sustained a household, yet others relied on the collective support of the village from whence they came. Some may have earned or learned in progressive school districts, while few others were educated in school systems with very constrained budgets. Now, despite their differences, SC State Bulldogs, like all HBCU students, share a commonality, and that is the desire to change their life through the power of education. And with access to quality and affordable education, the world of countless opportunities becomes available, just as it did for the men and women 130 years ago. Back then, young scholars who were previously excluded from higher education learned mechanical trades, the latest innovation in agricultural practices, trained in the military sciences, and prepared for teacher education. Now, SC State University students take advantage of service learning, cultural immersion experiences, and real-world opportunities through internships and co-ops. They're exploring solutions to combat environmental injustices, strengthening their skills to better educate K-12 students, discovering novel ways to improve transportation infrastructures, learning to lead businesses and organizations, performing cancer research and studying nuclear engineering, as well as preparing advocates who encourage healthy living among families and communities. Now, because of these opportunities and more, SC State graduates are making significant contributions to their professions and communities as scientists, engineers, U.S. Army generals, elected officials, entrepreneurs, educators, civil rights advocates, physicians and nurses, artists, attorneys, and professional athletes. Collectively, graduates of all historically black land-grant colleges and universities are the hope of those like Justin Morrill, who dreamed a bold vision of progress for the United States by first making education accessible to the working class and then later to African Americans. And HBCU graduates are the answer for our nation's future as we all consider a better, more promising tomorrow.